Welcome back. It is week 6 of the Get Lean in 2019 with Harefit, and today I'm going to cover off my week 6 check-in and then move on to a bigger issue of self-sabotage and are you like sabotaging your own dieting success? Let's dive into week 6 of the Get Lean 2019. So we're going to start off with workouts. Workouts never really a problem for me. I love getting in the gym, love lifting weights. I'm always kind of progressing the weights, whether that's kind of extending a couple of reps out, pushing that extra bit of weight, whether it's 1.25 kilogram, which is the lowest to do in my gym. Always pushing that little bit extra, trying to increase your strength, trying to increase your reps. I recommend you always do that as well, because with strength follows muscle, and this is always my goal. If you want that lean physique, make it your goal too. So I'm also starting to see kind of like a lot of like muscle tone come in now. So you may like see it on like my arms and things, depending on the light there. There's like more muscle tone coming in. So that's always great to see when you go into the gym, because once you start seeing that kind of tone, that pump kind of come out when you are working out, I find that kind of builds a little bit of momentum there, and you find yourself wanting to get in there and kind of see like the muscles that you're growing, and like when you can like do like a lat pull down in the mirror and you're looking, you kind of seeing your back come out. Really good feeling. I know that's motivation for me, a lot of motivation for people that I speak to and stuff that are getting into this. Once I start seeing them kind of results, then yeah, it rolls from there. That's workouts. Steps, I'm still walking back from the gym 4 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. 50-minute walk back from the gym, which I love now. It doesn't even feel like 50 minutes anymore. Stick on an audio book, like 35-minute audio book, which I've kind of stopped listening to recently, but now I'm getting back into them. By the time that's over, maybe like answer a few DMs on Instagram, like answer some comments, and I'm home. Like it's like no issue at all. Getting them 10 to 11,000 steps in a day is making a massive difference. So I googled on a walk recently and put it up on the Instagram story that every 1,000 steps is roughly 50 calories. So I'm probably going 8,000 extra steps per day right now. So that equates to just under 3,000 extra calories per week burned, which is going to make a big difference. If we go on like the normal kind of goal that we think of, a pound of body fat is 3,500 calories. That means I'm almost there, almost at a pound in body fat purely out of the steps. Add in the calorie deficit, and you're looking at like £1 to £2 easily a week in body fat. Remember that if you're building muscle as well, then this may offset it body weight wise, but your body fat will be coming down. And I recommend this for you as well. If you are looking at losing body fat and you're starting off at a certain number of calories, most people think that you just need to keep cutting calories and keep cutting calories, but that is the worst thing you can do, especially when you're starting out. Because if you start out and you're like 3 weeks in, you're not quite seeing the progress that you want, and you just cut calories, and then 2-3 weeks later you cut calories again, you cut calories again, then you could be 8-9 weeks in and you've already like bottomed out on calories, and going lower is just going to make you crash, eat a load of extra food, and think that your diet was crap. And it probably was because you were cutting calories too much. Whereas what I like to do, I was on a check-in with a client today who was in exactly the same situation. He's currently losing £1 a week, which is mega weight loss, like especially when you're thinking of fat loss, because he's also building muscle with like the personal best that he keeps posting for his workouts. So he's building a little bit of muscle. So like every week you are dropping fat, but then building a little bit of muscle. And so that eats into like what it shows on the body weight. So you might lose 2 pounds of body fat, but gain £1 of muscle. So it only shows a £1 loss on the scales, but in reality it's 2 pounds of body fat, £1 of muscle, which is what you want. So he wants to push it harder and harder. And he mentioned about kind of getting into it with the diet. And I think I surprised him by, instead of touching the diet, because he's nailing that, he's doing really well, I decided to put in a step goal. And I found out he already does quite a lot of steps with the job that he does. But I wanted him to hit an extra 5,000 or 6,000 steps on top of that every day, because even if you do quite a lot of movement during the day at work, your body adapts to that quickly. So it'll kind of get used to doing 10,000 steps if that's what you do in your daily job. So by adding that extra 5,000 steps in there, you're still going to promote like the increase in metabolism, that increase in output, and that's going to kind of like shock your body into kind of dropping that bit of extra weight. So I'm hoping that was kind of a bit of a surprise for him, and it's just, and I explained to him like on the check-in form that I'm doing this because I want to boost the output as much as possible before we start cutting calories, because he's got a long-term goal. I think he's going on holiday. Sometime in the summer, I think it's July, he's going on holiday. So we've got like 5 or 6 months yet that we need to that we're going to keep working on, and in that time we are going to get some amazing results. But if we start cutting calories right now, like, where do you go in 3 months' time? If I cut 200 calories a month now, I think he's on like just over 2,000. We could be down at 1,500 calories, and then we've got like 3 months left before he goes away. Like, no, he's not going to be good. So yeah, I'd encourage you, before you start cutting calories, which everyone thinks it's just all about cutting calories, look at other areas of your life. Look at the workouts that you can do. Can you start supersetting some workouts? Can you add in some cardio at the end of your workouts? HIIT sessions? Can you add steps in? If you like running, can you go out for a run? Can you just get normal movement in out instead of like driving to the shops? Can you walk to the shops instead? All these different movements, they add up, increase your output, and that separates your food from your output, and that's the calorie deficit. You don't always have to just take away food. You can increase the output. So that's one big tip for you right there. Then we covered workouts, covered steps, and now we're going to get into this self-sabotage part, because this is all related around my diet. It's a problem that I have. I know I have. I've like registered this issue, and that's why I want to talk to you now, because I think that it will help a lot of people out there. So when I talk about self-sabotage, I think it's based on the beliefs that you're not meant to be kind of like this lean person. You're not meant to be this muscly person. You should always be like this kind of weight. And you may think that's stupid when you think about it, because you're like, no, I really want to lose weight. But I think subconsciously, a lot of people still think that they should be a certain way, or they should look a certain way. And it's hard for your body to kind of register this change and accept it. So for me, 95 kilograms, I've hit that 2 or 3 times now over the last 3 weeks. And each time I do, I self-sabotage myself by sometimes even that night thinking, let's get a pizza, let's get a Domino's. And it's crazy because I know that I want to push through. Like, I think my ideal weight at the minute will be like 91 kilograms. So I've only got like 4.5 kilogram after that point to lose. But it's this kind of belief in my head, once I get to 95 kilogram, whether I think this is good enough, because when I get to 95, like in certain lights, my abs are showing, I've got like good tone, I'm lean as I am now, but I want to add that little extra 5% on there. I want to look really good. I'm not going to go shredded, like that's too much of a sacrifice that I'm willing to give, like food wise, but I want to be popping, I want them abs out, and I want them out way before summer, so I can show you that it can be done without being boring and eating some crazy horrific diet. So yeah, that's where I want to be. But like I say, I've got this issue, and I know I've got this problem. When I first lost weight, I had this problem, and we bounced around. Like, I can't remember what weight it was then. It was a different weight, but we bounced around it for 3 or 4 weeks before like we had to get serious and be like, come on, we need to push through this and actually get it. So I encourage you, like, if you've got this at the minute, it's just a case, like, you're not going to really be able to break it down mentally, because you may have like had this problem for a long time. Like, I was very overweight for a good few years, and so it's kind of like built into you that you need to look a certain way or weigh a certain amount. So that's not really like my realm to kind of help like deal with like the psychology side of it. But let's deal with it from a coaching point of view. So what my plan is, and what I suggest you do, you need to hit goals. Like, you need to make smaller goals to hit, so that you can keep pushing yourself down that path and have little wins along the way. And it's going to break this, you're going to put this kind of belief to the back of your mind, get rid of it, and just concentrate on the wins. So like for me, the wins are hitting my calories every single day, including weekends. It's getting serious now. Like, even on a weekend, a flexible diet, so I can still fit in nice food. You go out for a meal, I can still fit in. It is fine, but for some reason, when I get to the end of the weekend, I feel that I deserve this extra 1,000 calories, but by the time you've eaten 1, 2, 3,000 calories, all them walks were pointless, and it's crazy, isn't it? But that's it. Like, hitting my calories every single day, that is like the main goal. That is the target. That is going to give me them little wins every day, and I need to like enjoy these little wins that I get every day as well. The other one is just to hit the protein goal. Always like hitting that protein goal because that's like where I'm going to maintain or even build a bit of muscle. And third is getting my steps in. So them three combined are going to mean that I can like fire through this 95 kilogram barrier that I've got in my head, and I'm going to keep tracking them every day. There's something I can do every single day and get them little wins in and push through. And this weekend, there's no holding back, keeping to them calories, and I will push through that 95 kilogram barrier this week, and the check-in next week, week 7, I will be below that, and I'll be showing you that it can be done. If you're currently bouncing up and down at a certain weight range, you just need a plan in place to give you that daily little wins, keep you pushing through, keep you happy, keep you excited, and this will overtake that like self-sabotage belief that you think that you can't get below a certain level or you can't look a certain way. So I encourage you to just think about whether the problem is in your diet or whether it's like more of an internal belief in yourself that you keep self-sabotaging yourself and going off plan at certain points because of this reasoning. So that is my kind of thing on self-sabotage. I hope it's helpful to a few of you out there, and helps you push through that stage that you're currently stuck at, and gets you that dream body. So that's all from me this week, and I will speak to you next week where I'll be below 95 kilograms and excited that I push through. So speak soon, everybody. Bye.